Hey everyone, my name is Darius and today I'll be presenting you the MultiversX AI Agent Kit. First, let me give you a quick overview of the features our Agent Kit has, and then I'll also show you how easily you can set everything up on your own machine. I want to mention that this is the first version and we'll keep updating it over time. Now, let's see what it's all about. The MultiversX AI Agent Kit is an open source toolkit that aims to make AI agents seamlessly interact with the MultiversX blockchain and ecosystem. When building it, we've adopted a modular approach. As you can see here, we're on the main GitHub repo and we have two sub-modules, ELIZA and Gateway. First, we have ELIZA, which is one of the most advanced AI agent frameworks available. This is why we decided to put it at the heart of our AI agent kit. We also created a plugin for ELIZA that enables the agents to interact with the MultiversX blockchain. You can check its documentation page here. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail about ELIZA's features in this video because we already made two video tutorials about ELIZA and you can watch them following the links here. The second module is Portkeys AI Gateway, which supports over 250 model providers and has full integration with leading AI agent frameworks like ELIZA, and in this case we actually made this integration, OpenAI Swarm, Llama Index, LangChain, LangGraph, AutoGen, and so on. And of course it also supports custom agents in case you wanna do everything from scratch. The gateway has lots of other features as well, like cross-provider compatibility, so you change the model provider by simply changing one line of code. It also has guardrails, real-time API, logging capabilities, and so on. You can check out all of the features in the gateway's README or the official documentation page. Also, if you want more than our plugin can offer, you can use the MultiversX SDK to create really complex tools for your agents. Now, you're probably going to mainly need SDK.js and SDK.py since most AI agent frameworks are written either in Python or JavaScript/TypeScript. Now, as you can probably tell, given that we support all of these AI agent frameworks, this allows us to build all kinds of interesting AI agents. But in this video, we'll focus on setting up the ELIZA framework and its integration with the AI gateway. Now, let's begin the setup, shall we? First, make sure that you install the prerequisites. In my case, I already installed everything and I'm on a PC that uses Ubuntu Linux as the operating system. Then, we'll need to clone the repo. You can do this by running the following command. Great, the cloning is complete. Now let's also change the directory. Now, for step 1, we'll need to install all the dependencies and configure the project. We actually aimed to make your setup experience as easy as possible, so we created a setup script that will do everything for you. You'll just need to give it the right permissions and execute it. So, we'll copy the commands and execute them. Now, at some point you might get prompted to allow some of the installations. Please make sure to keep an eye on it. I'll be right back after everything is done. I'm back, and it seems like the setup was successful. Now, in step 2, we'll need to configure the environment variables for ELIZA. In this case, we have the API key, the model provider like Google, OpenAI, or even DeepSeek, since everyone is talking about it recently, and of course the model we want to use. You can find this in the .env file inside the ELIZA directory. Let's actually open it using VS Code and check it out. Okay, and if we go inside the env file, all the way down, you can actually see them here. By default, ELIZA supports most model providers, but not all of them. So using our version of ELIZA, extended with the AI gateway, this enables you to use pretty much any provider out of the over 250 ones, including local ones. In our case, we'll use Google as a provider and Gemini 1.5 Flash as the model. We do this because it's free under certain limits. Okay, now we'll focus on getting an API key. To make sure that everyone can play around and test our agent kit, I added a dedicated section here about model providers where you can get some free credits through the API, so you don't have to pay any money just to play around with it a bit. In our case, we'll get a key from Google AI Studio, so we'll click here. And here, I'll simply click the generate a key button, add it to the .env file, and I'll be right back. Now that we've configured everything, we can head on to step 3. Here, we also created a script for you to make your life easier. The start script automatically opens 3 terminals and starts the ELIZA server, the ELIZA client, and the AI gateway. And it also opens 2 tabs in your default browser, one for the ELIZA client, so you can play around with the agents, and one for the gateway. One note here, if you're using Windows as your operating system, due to some permission issues, you won't be able to run the start script. But we added a section here that has the commands for manually starting everything. So you'll just have to run the start commands manually and everything will work just fine. Here is the section. Okay, we'll actually use the automated script since I'm running on Linux, so let's copy the commands. Okay, we'll go back one directory and execute them. As you can see, all three terminals started. This is for the AA gateway, this is for the ELIZA client, and this is for the ELIZA server. As you can see, ELIZA takes a bit to start. Okay, ELIZA server started as well. Now let's go to the web browser. And as you can see, it automatically opened two tabs, one for the ELIZA client and one for the AA gateway. In ELIZA, you can see that the default agent started. Here's the configuration of the agent. You can see the name, username, and all of the other details. And now let's actually go and send it a message, shall we? Okay, we'll hit enter. And let's actually watch the ELIZA server to see what happens. As you can see, the first response will be a bit slower because if you take a look at the server console, the first time you start it, it needs to download an embedding model and also create the database. So it will take a bit. There we go, it responded. And if we check the gateway now, we can see that we have real-time detail logging of everything that passes through ELIZA. Let's see the details, and you can see here all of the details. Of course, you could also add guardrails or any other features of the AI gateway to your app. This was a demo using the default agent. However, if you want to learn how to create custom agents that use the MultiversX plugin and connect to social media, check out step 4 in the README, here, where I left links to all of the character documentation pages and also a video tutorial with the time step where I talk about characters in detail. Now, using the MultiversX AI agent kit, you can create very complex AI agents, but my goal in this video was to give you a starting point, provide some context about the features we have, and show you the most basic setup to get you started. I can't wait to see the cool agents you'll build using our AI agent kit. Thanks for watching and good luck building!